Hey everyone, welcome back to Dutchman's. In this video I just wanted to quickly show you how I overwinter my citrus trees. I live in climate zone 8B, which means it can go down to 20 Fahrenheit, which is roughly minus 7 degrees Celsius. It's pretty cold for most citrus, but if you protect them well enough, especially from things like winds, excessive rain, snow, any of the elements, then they can actually withstand this climate zone. So I also have them up against the house as well, which will also radiate some heat into them just to make sure that they stay just a little bit warmer. So with all the precautions that I take, they actually do pretty good. My lemon tree was pushing out new growth up until December, because we do get sunny days here or there, and whenever that happens, they would just continue to grow. So those tips, the new growth tips, did get damaged from when it got down to about minus 7 or 20 Fahrenheit. That does damage those tips, but that's really not that big a deal. This is also why I suggest that you prune citrus trees in the spring if you are in a colder climate and you plan on keeping them outside, because you need all that dense foliage to help kind of blanket them from the cold. You need the extra foliage to insulate them. So I'm going to show you exactly where I have them. You can see my big lemon tree in the back here. You can see it's pretty full right now, which, as I just said, that's kind of to help insulate them from the cold. So I'll show you where they are, exactly how I have them set up. Alright, so here they are. So I even have some peppers outside, and it's already been probably about minus 1 Celsius, 28 Fahrenheit, for a couple days, and these peppers are still surviving. They're not looking the greatest, but they're surviving. I have to bring them in though, to be fair. So here are all the citrus trees. They're up against the house from one side, and then you also have a wall on the other side. So this protects them from the wind coming from that side and this side, which is very important. And then I also have a couple cedars here, which will protect them from that side as well. There's still wind that comes in here, and that's okay. You can't completely avoid it. Just protect them as much as you can. This is my Meyer lemon right here, and they even have some itty bitty lemons on them, growing pretty well. And I'm just going to leave them outside. Of course, if things do go south and they start taking too much damage, then I'll take them in. But they really should be okay. I've already overwintered them once last year like this, and they did just fine. I've got a lime here. Has little limes on it as well. And this guy I grew from seed, if you've watched my outdoor tree tour. I also have a couple here. Little seedlings right there. That's a blood mandarin. Got a blood orange right there. I've got a Meyer lemon from seed, which I may or may not keep. I have an actual Meyer lemon, as I just showed you, and I just don't know if I want to keep it because of that reason, because I have the actual tree. So, but we'll see. And then this guy, big, good size. Actually, I should say big, but good size mandarin here. Have them labeled, just M for mandarin. And then this, another pretty big kumquat. Now everything here is grown from seed. I have no idea exactly what I'm going to get, other than that Meyer lemon and the lime tree. I might get something close to the parent tree. You never know. It's worth. I just find it fun to grow these guys, and they grow pretty easily. So might as well have some fun with it. But anyway, that's really all I do. I just leave them like this. I may end up putting these guys a little bit closer. I'll definitely take that kumquat a little bit closer. That's really all I do. It's nothing too crazy. Don't water them too much during the winter time, because they don't need a whole lot of water. In fact, they can go months without water. As long as you give them a good soaking every couple of months, then they should be fine. And don't let it freeze either. Ideally, you do that on a warmer day so it doesn't just freeze the roots and everything. So protection from the wind, up against the house, are all very important things. And from excessive rain. It's also under a covered patio here, so there's no excessive rain coming down on them. If you do all these things, then you should be able to grow citrus in climate zone 8. I don't know if this would necessarily work for climate zone 7, because that's all the way down to 0 Fahrenheit. That's very, very cold. I don't think that would work all that well. You would definitely have to put it under one layer of protection. So wrap it in plastic. That should help it, or maybe wrap it in cardboard or something like that. You want to give it a layer of protection in that case. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope that you got something out of it. And I hope you try to overwinter some of your citrus. You don't have to do it with all of them. You can try doing 1 or 2 and just kind of see how it goes. And kind of observe and maybe change it up next year and slowly try to put them outside. Maybe you'll find a system that works for you. But this is what I do. So thank you again for watching. I hope you consider subscribing if you haven't already. And we'll see you in the next one. Tot de volgende keer.